Hey, it's me, bud. You ready for the stream? Hey, yeah, me too. I don't know why these things take so long to start. Well, I guess we listen to another tune then.
Wish this thing would start already. I'm quite certain the delay is Bubba's fault. Another tune, sure thing.
It is not my fault, Avery. Bello's the one taking his sweet time. What? Oh crap. I gotta get back there.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, there we go. Now I got my microphone on. Turn the music down just a notch. There we go. All right, friends, welcome in today. It's Tuesday. Hi. I love streaming days, man. It's a bit of a pain in the ass the rest of the day getting ready for streaming day, but you know, once we're up and running, it's nice. I like hanging out and just focusing on one thing. So if you didn't see my post, we are going to make a new AI song today, and we're going to start by coming up with a concept, figuring out kind of a story angle to it. I usually do that to kind of help me with writing. Otherwise, you're staring at a blank page and you know what the heck to write about. And then we'll take that story and turn it into lyrics and refine. Once we got our lyrics down, or at least to a decent point, we'll jump over to Suno AI and turn it into a track and see what we get. You never know what's going to happen. And by the way, I have text-to-speech turned on, so if you send me a message, it'll read it out loud, and I can hear it while I'm looking at my other screen, and I won't miss your message. All right, so blank page. This is always the worst part of of any writers or artists, I think, start. Just try to figure out where the heck to go with it. Sometimes this is the absolute hardest part and the worst part. If you're an artist, you know what I mean. So let's get going. I'm gonna use I use my buddy Claude AI for help with writing and coming up with ideas. It just speeds up the process. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still coming up with the concept, the work, and doing the work and driving it to where it needs to go. But it sure helps speed up the process. I wasn't a huge fan of AI to start with, and like everybody else, change sucks, change is difficult. But you start embracing the tools and see what the hell it can do, and AI is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of crap out there, and there's stuff I don't like about it, but as a whole, it's a pretty amazing tool for being a creative person. So it reminds me a lot of is doing graphic arts, which is kind of my daytime job until I can get Bello Bear, until I can get him going, so I can do that for a full-time living. But graphic arts is the same thing. So many people are freaking out about AI and music, and it's the end of everything, and you hit the button, and all of a sudden you have an amazing track, and that's just not the case. In my, I was going to say my industry, what my day job is, that industry is the same, graphic arts. I have people that are like, hey, can you make me a logo? I'm like, yeah, I love making logos. Let's do it. And then I give them a quote. They average around $200 or so to properly do one, putting in the time, researching, developing, designing, fonts, colors, the whole nine, really coming up with something good. And you tell them that, and they're kind of like, I'm just going to ask AI to do it. All right, go for it. Have at it. And they get slop. They get generic stuff because they're not putting in the right prompts. They're not putting in the effort to do it. Whether, you're doing it through me and you're telling me the prompts and I'm interpreting and creating for you, or you're going to AI and you're just telling them, hey, I want, this name, this symbol, and it'll just spit it out. And there's not, any rhyme or reason to it. And I think it's the same with the music industry. And people are just really going bananas and upset about AI and music. And I think you just got to keep it in perspective. Sorry, I'm starting off here with a little bit of a rant. But I wanted to say, because I was thinking about it kind of all day. And, I've seen a lot of people just, get really upset. And I spent a fair amount of time on, TikTok. And there's lots of people that'll do lives and, review, check out your music for you and stuff. And so, of course, I've submitted it just to kind of get some feedback. And there's so many people that are just like, AI is terrible. We hate AI. And, and there's other people too that get it. It's a tool. You get what you put into it, and it's as good as it's, as the creator, as a prompter, if you will, is. So anyway, that's a little side note, a little side rave to say AI is just a tool, whether it's music, writing, whatever else, if it's, video, it's only going to be as good as what you put into it. You still got to be talented. You still have to put in the work. You still have to put in the effort. That's another thing too. When I make these songs, again, I'm not a musician. I will never claim to be, and I don't want any musicians getting mad at me for making these songs, because the simple answer is I can't do what you do. And anything I create with AI or without AI is never going to be as good as what you can do, because you're a master at your craft. And so don't get it twisted. I'm not a musician. I am not going to try to replace a musician. There's a reason why people that create exist, and they're good at what they do, and the stuff that they make really can't be replicated. Anyway, I just had to go on a little side tangent there, because I think it's important. And even my lives get posted after I do them, so anybody watching this later, keep that in mind as you're watching this. If you're a musician and you're kind of pissed off at the way I think, I get it, because like I said, I'm going through the same thing with graphic arts. But there's also, you got to have kind of you got to take a breath from being upset, take a step back, and really look at what it is. AI is a tool, man. Use it to your advantage. If you're a musician, you use the damn thing to your advantage. Create something that's 20 times better than anything else out there, because now you can, take some of the busy work, some of the stuff that, that just takes hours and hours of time to do. Speed your work up. Let AI help you, and that way you can focus on creating the most amazing thing that people are just like, holy shit, we've never heard something like this before. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's enough of the rant or the talk, whatever the hell it is, about AI in music and any other art for that matter. With that said, let's have some fun. Let's make a song. This is obviously not going to be the really fun part. Is writing. It tends to be kind of boring because you're looking at a page on the screen. Hey, thank you for the likes, whoever sent that. I really appreciate it. I have no idea what to write about today. That's why we got a blank page that says new track. So this is just so you know too, in case you're wondering how I do this stuff. So this is my I'm on a Apple Mac, and this is the Apple Notes app, and it's a great way to kind of organize all my stuff, all my writing and my notes, and obviously it's the Notes app. But I like to write in here anyway. So we're starting with a blank page. So I got this open, then this other one here. I'm gonna have both of these open so I can easily click back and forth. Let me get back to, okay, for Bello and Bubba. I use Claude AI for writing. You know, it's a great writing partner. You know, it's not going to do the work for you. I mean, you can ask it to do the work for you, and it's going to spit something out. So like I can, whatever you know, it's just for bleeps and giggles. Let me ask him, Claude, I call him, but you know, whatever. I'm going to ask him to, once we come up with a concept, maybe I'm going to ask him to write me a song. Hey, write me a song. We'll save that. Then we're going to do our work. We're going to refine, tweak, and you know, truly make it our own. Put the artistic stuff into it. And then at the end, maybe remind me, you know, we got to make sure we get him to do it, but remind me so we can compare the two and see what we get. Because I think that's one of the things too, where people get so crazy about AI and you know, hey, it's a click of the button. It's, you know, it's going to make me obsolete. No, it's not, because I'll bet you anything what he wrote compared to what we come up with at the end of the day is going to be just lights out different. Going to be completely different. So anyway, let's figure out something to write about. I'm kind of leaning towards making an EDM track this time around. Our last one was, I'm calling it what the heck, crock pop, which is basically country. Oh gosh, where did I have it? Country rock and pop. I thought I had one more in there, but it's just kind of like, you know, a mixture of different genres, kind of, and the EDM is in there too. I should come up with a different name. It's kind of fun, crock pop, but it's also hard to say, and I'm definitely gonna misspell. But I like mixing a little bit of EDM. Oh, you know what we can look at here? Let me show you this. So I've got one of my prompts that I saved, style prompts. So it's a combination of, the last one I did is a melodic EDM, pop rock, duet, 808 drum machine, deep bass, and warm synth. So you kind of get a little bit from all of those genres. And it came up with a really nice sound that I'm really digging. That's one thing if you're using, you know, AI, if you're using Suno like I am, I'm assuming you do this on the other ones too. As you kind of start developing, you know, a style, a sound, I think that's really important if you are going to use Suno, because you don't want it to sound like every single other track, and that's where the AI slop comes in. You know, maybe you write a nice country song, you pop it in there, you say, hey, give me some country, you throw in some basic prompts, you pop in your lyrics, and you hit go, generate. And that's where, yeah, you're going to get the same slop that everybody else is getting. Not to say it's like terrible, but unless your lyrics are really amazing and the AI is in sync with you, so it really accentuates certain lyrics and the way you were kind of hear it in your head, it's not going to come out very well. So you really need to put in the effort into getting AI to do what you want, which if you're a musician, I think it's way easier.
Yaz Tartist says, what up, Bello? How are you, friend?
There's Yazzie. What's up, Yaz? Let's go. I am good. I am excited. We're going to do another song today, so I'm very, very excited. How are you doing? How was your stream yesterday? I got my little buddy, Harley is laying right here. She's just, I don't know, she's been getting a little bit of a poopy head. Hi, smushy face. The smushy face. There we go. Get my camera back now that I moved everything around. So yeah, working on a new song today. I'm trying to think of a concept. I don't quite know where to start. I think I want to go more of an EDM style. Like my last one was, I was calling it crock pop, as in country rock pop, with a hint of EDM sprinkled on top. And the last track came out really cool, which, by the way, is going to release on Friday on all the socials.
Yaz Tartist says, nice doing good, how are you? It was fun, did my first art live collaboration.
Ooh, that's cool. Damn it, I missed it. I would have liked to see how that went. That's really, really cool. And I'm doing good. I'm a happy camper. It's Tuesday. It's not Monday. It always helps. Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited to start a new song. Yeah. So everything is good. I don't know what the heck what we're gonna make of, what kind of song we're gonna make today. You know, I've got nothing as far as subject matter. Any ideas? Something you want to see? A lot of times, like what I'll do in this case too, is I'll think of like a movie or something, just to give me like a starting point. So if you've got something, yell it out, and we'll start looking at it.
Yaz Tartist says, lol, awesome, happy to hear.
Me too. It's so nice to be happy. Sometimes I kind of get this is definitely a grind doing what I'm doing, but so sometimes I get a little burnt out. But I'm happy today. I don't know why. Just woke up on the right side of the bed sometimes. What are we gonna write about? Any movies? Something to throw, if you don't mind, throw me a movie or two. We'll use that as our starting point to come up with, a story for writing lyrics and for writing the song. Like I was thinking, I was kind of leaning like Tron maybe, because I was thinking I want to write something that's a little more EDM specific, but my songs always end up kind of crossing over genres anyway.
Yaz Tartist says, maybe something about overcoming challenges in life and pushing through the darkness and coming out into the light. Lol, Ike.
I like it. I kind of did that last. You know what? I don't know if I played this for you. Let me play the last one we did, because this is not officially out until Friday. Friday it'll be published everywhere on all the sites. This is Nothing to Return is the name of the song. Just to give you an idea, I don't know if you saw the other streams, but this is kind of loosely based on the Never-Ending Story. That's where all this started from. This is what we ended up with. But it's kind of like, coming out, going through some challenges and coming out the light. I'll play it for you, and let me know what you think. Oh yeah, you were here. You saw some of these. I don't think you've heard. I don't think you've heard the final version. I know we were doing some testers on Suno just to see what we could get, but this is the final.
The door behind daylight, behind what I can see, living in the everyday, reaching from in between, breaking through from ordinary. I can feel my turn is coming, staring at the edge of everything with nothing to return, nothing to return to, nothing to return to. Return. return to. Nothing to return to. Nothing to return to. Nothing to return to.
All right, there it is. Nothing to return. So that's what we ended up with. That was it was a long journey to get there, but it came out pretty good. So I kind of, listening to the lyrics, that's kind of a, like going, coming out into the light. Um, so I'm thinking maybe we'll find like some kind of movie or something. I think that'll be our starting point. For me, it tends to be this kind of thing anyway, because I'm always looking for the positive and everything, finding the silver linings and all that kind of fun stuff. So whatever the heck we write,
Yaz Tartist says, I love IT Suo good really cool how it slows down in certain parts and speeds back up. Such a good song.
Sweet, thank you very much. I'm glad you like it, and you were part of it, so it was really fun. It's really fun to make that one. I dig it. So um, let's see what we can do. It seems like I'm getting a little better too at the music side of it. I mean, I'm still not a musician by a long shot, but having a good ear for music makes it a little easier to work in Suno. But all right, so let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna start writing stuff down. That's always a good way to go. So I was thinking Tron. Tron is kind of has some of those same tones. Coming out the other side of something. Uh, I'm thinking like the original Tron might be kind of cool for that. Um, what else could we do? Ba, 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 ba. Let's just start there. We'll see where we get. I've kind of taught my writing buddy AI Claude here to he's got the structure and of how I create songs and everything, so it really helps out with me with writing. So let's just see what he comes up with. Hey bud, let's try with it. It's time for a new song. I'm thinking.
Yaz Tartist says, love Tron, great movie.
I know, right? I just watched it. I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago, and it still holds up. It's really amazing. And I mean, the graphics and the effects and everything of the newer ones are even more crazy. But story wise and everything, it still holds up really well. Let's see. Hey bud, it's time for a new song. I'm thinking we use Tron for our inspiration. Let me just say movie just to make sure he knows. Movie. We use. We use the Tron movie. All right. Let's see what he has to say. All right, he's thinking EDM too. So much to work with here. Potential angles from Tron. Core themes: being pulled into a digital world, sucked into the grid. The neon lit cybernetic landscape. That's kind of cool. Fighting for survival in a system. All right, that could be fun. You know what? I'm going to copy and paste these into my notes. Just whatever sounds cool, I'm going to put those in there. Okay, there it goes. I'm like, it's not posting or not pasting. We'll do a bulleted list here. Okay, that one sounds good. Programs versus users. I don't really want to do like a kind of a war thing. Identity. Are you just code or something else? Okay, that's a nice concept. The perfection and danger of the digital realm. That doesn't sound too exciting. It doesn't grab me anyway. escape versus becoming part of the system. God, that definitely reaches towards my Generation X sensibilities. Um, yeah, let's move on to something else. Light cycles, the games, the arena. I don't know because I don't want it to be specifically Tron. Like, I mean, like our last song, it started out as the never-ending story and became its own thing. And I want to do the same thing, so I don't really want to pick anything like a really specific Tron. Flynn's journey. I fight for the users. I fight for the users. Okay, I do like that. That's a nice line. Recognizing what's real versus simulation. Interesting. I think the angle there would be, does it matter if it's real or if it's a simulation kind of a thing? That could be interesting. I don't know. It seems like a bit of a stretch. So, emotional moments, the disorientation of entering the grid, the beauty and terror of the digital world. I mean, how's that different from the real world? And I don't know how we tell a story with that, with lyrics. That's going to be tough. Fighting to survive, prove you're more than a program, the loneliness of being trapped, recognizing your purpose in this new reality. Okay, that's not bad. Kind of continues off our last song for that matter. That's got potential because that can be, all kinds of stuff. You change jobs or, you have some kind of life-changing event, anything. It's that transition from dealing, being one thing, becoming another, or having to adjust or something. There's something there. We might be able to get something out of that. The exhilaration of the games. Yeah. Again, I don't want to specifically say Tron, so we'd have to make up what the heck games are, and I don't know if we need to go down that road. That's a lot of extra stuff that. There we go. Wanting to break free, but also being seduced by the grid. Yeah. Possible song concepts enter the grid. The moment of crossing over. I fight for purpose and identity in the system. Light cycle. All right, let me go ahead and get him these, and then we'll adjust from there. These are grabbing me. And all right, we'll start with this. It's so nice having AI to help write because I used to do this even with pen and paper years and years ago. And just doing this part of it, like kind of coming up with the core concept, would literally take me days because I just sit there and agonize and think and try to figure out, this angle's kind of neat, and then, write a paragraph or two about it. And it's like, I can use Claude and he can help me blast through just the coming up with the core concept so much faster. So much faster. All right, let's see. Excellent combo. Those threads weave together really well. Let me sketch out what we're working with. Core feeling, fighting for survival while discovering you're more than just a program in the system. You have purpose, identity, agency, very empowering. Oh, okay. So he's kind of putting these all together from the looks of it. Emotional territory, the struggle within the system. That one's right up my alley, especially being a Gen Xer. Oh boy. Question of what you are: code, human, something else. Finding your purpose in the fight. I fight for the user's declaration. Recognition that you're not just surviving, you're becoming something. That's pretty cool. That definitely kind of goes back to the last song a little bit. Possible emotional arc. Beginning trapped in the system, fighting to survive, questioning identity. Am I just a code? Feeling lost, uncertain. Middle, build. The fight intensifies. Stakes get higher, starting to realize there's more to this than survival. Purpose emerging from the chaos, recognition. I'm not just running, I'm fighting for something. Okay. You know, I do like this because this could be, as far as EDM songs, this could be really cool because this could be a monster, like build up kind of thing, and then major release at the end. So our middle build, the fight intensifies, yada, yada, yada. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Allergies are still going. Our drop, our peak, full declaration, identity claimed, purpose locked in, empowered. This is who I am and what I fight for. This is who I am and what I fight for. That is pretty cool. That's already kind of grabbing me. Like that could be very cool lyric wise and really be our chorus and kind of our punchline, if you will. Resolution transformed by the fight. No longer questioning. Kind of wondering if we just we might just drop the resolution part of it and peak with the fight. Especially for song wise, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yes, this is feeling good. Let me tell him this is feeling good. I'm leaning towards dropping the resolution part. All right, so let's see what he says, and then we'll come back. Smart call ending at the peak keeps the energy high. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. No need to resolve or soften it. So here's what we're working with: emotional arc. And you see, I've kind of trained him too. Like he's breaking this down. Like I've gone through with him, and on like the first song I wrote, we kind of got this overall structure. He knows where I'm going, so I'm going from big point of view, like movie or concept or whatever. What can we use to write a song based on that? Then we start breaking it down into telling a story with it. And now it's getting into finding the emotional bits of it, and then writing the verse and writing the actual lyrics and rhyming and stuff. So it's just kind of breaking down slowly but surely. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this, copy. Kind of like to just kind of keep these, copy and paste, keep these handy. So that's that. All right, step 2, full thoughts first. So this is where we kind of take what we have here and then start creating, an actual thought, like a visual picture, I guess is a good way to say it, through words to actually tell the story. Let me just read again what he's got here. Trapped in the system, questioning identity, feeling lost, uncertain. The fight intensifies.
Yazd Artist says, working on a little project while I watch along.
Cool. What are you working on? Are you painting or what you up to? I love that we work together. It's so much fun. Like this reminds me back in art school and stuff where it's got a room full of creative people all doing their thing, and you kind of walk around, take breaks, and chat with each other, and it's really inspiring as far as getting to be creative. I love it. I trapped, feeling lost, middle, the fight intensifies, stakes getting higher, starting to realize there's more to survival. Full declaration. That is one that easily gets stuck on. Identity claimed. This is who I am and what I fight for. Okay. Yeah, I think this is right on the money. It looks good. Let's do it. Let's do it, Claude. Let's do it, bud. God, I'm so happy I I found
Yaz
a.
Tartist says, working on a DIY Valentine's Day project. I want to
Ooh,
turn into a video and share it. Yes, co-working is so fun.
okay, that's really cool. That's really cool. Well, video stuff is right up my alley, as you know. So, if you need anything or want any suggestions, let me know. I love doing video stuff. It's so much fun. I mean, I love doing 2D stuff and painting and drawing and anything like that. But once stuff is moving, you got sound with it. It's a whole different thing. So, cool. Rock on. All right, full thoughts first. All right, so this is what I was saying. So we're taking the previous one, the previous pieces, and now we're really starting to tell a story with it. So that's something where now I'm going to have structure. I'm going to actually see, like, if, at least for me, I can mentally picture these things and see them in my head. And then what we'll do is take those kind of paint pictures I see in my head now, and then tell those as as verse, as lyrics, as as rhyming and all that fun stuff, as poetry, if you will. All right, let's see what he's got. I'm trapped inside the system, running through endless cycles. Okay, cool. I like you way got cycles in there. Everything is code and light, and I don't know what's real anymore. Am I just another program? Just lines of code executing commands? I'm fighting just to stay alive.
Yaz Tartist says, thank you, haven't done any crafting in a while and I've never made a Valentine's DIY project, so thought it would be fun.
Very cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you come up with. Okay, cool. So we're
Yaz Tartist says, so cool to hear about how this song is going to come together.
yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I mean, it's different, but I find in so many, so much art. Oh, thank you for the hearts. For so much art, it kind of comes together the same way, at least for me, when it comes to doing creative stuff. Like the kind of the creative pattern repeats. So I like doing lots of different stuff. All right, where are we? Let's see. Just lines of code, execute commands. I'm fighting just to stay alive, to not be deleted, to exist another cycle. Yeah, I see the hearts. Thank you. That's awesome. Oh, and we got the little noisemakers. Okay, we're a verse. The system is relentless. It is. I'm running, fighting, surviving, but I don't know why. What am I? Am I real or just data? Do I have a purpose or am I just following my programming? The questions are eating me while I fight. Is there something more than this, more than just survival in the grid? All right, this is it's got all the elements of Tron, but we're turning it into something that's not generic's not the right word for it because it's not generic, but it's going to take a step backwards. It's the themes of Tron, but it's not Tron. You know what I mean? So I can adapt to, like, if anybody can listen to it and kind of put themselves in the shoes of what's going on in this. And that's really what I love about good music. It doesn't matter if you're listening to it or I'm listening to it. We might have slightly different reactions, and the song might mean something slightly different to each of us, which that's really, I mean, I think the most amazing thing about music. But it still touches us, in the same way we still feel that's emotion. It's just amazing. All right, where are we? So let's see. That was a verse. We're going to do the build. Wait, something's shifting. This fight, it's not just survival anymore. There's something bigger happening. I can feel purpose rising up in me. I'm not just running from deletion. I'm running towards something. Okay, from and toward. That's really good. I'm glad he's calling these things out. A reason, the cause. The users, they need someone to fight for them. And I am realizing that's me. That's what I'm for. I like how he's highlighting specific words. That's cool. This is it. I know who I am now. I know what I fight for. Pre-drop. Perfect drop. I fight for the users. I fight for something real, something beyond this code. I am more than a program. I am more than data running through circuits. I have purpose. I have identity. I am someone who fights. This is who I am, not what the system made me, but what I choose to be. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Final build. The fight is everything now, not because I'm programmed to fight, but because I choose it. Every cycle, every battle, it's mine. I'm not code anymore. I'm purpose.
Yazd Artist says, this sounds like a song about finding your purpose in life. I love it.
I know, it's pretty cool. I love doing this because that's the magic of art. Happy accidents. Bob Ross's happy accidents. I always think of that. Those are the best things when those happen. Yeah, I'm liking it. It kind of goes back to what you were originally saying too. Because I choose it. Every cycle, every battle, it's mine. I'm not code anymore. I'm purpose. I'm alive in this fight, and I will keep fighting for them, for the users, for what's real. All right, that's very cool. Not because I'm programmed, because I choose it. All right. He's asking, does this capture the emotional journey? Anything you'd adjust or emphasize differently? I'm pretty happy with it. We can always tweak it later too. I think you nailed it on the head, bud. Let's continue. Let us continue the journey. It's a musical journey. It's a musical journey. Oh, you know what? Let me put on a little bit of background noise, or music, I should say. Let's turn it down just a hair. All right. Awesome. Let's keep the momentum going, he says. Step 3, poetic transformation. Now I'll take those prose thoughts and make them more abstract, poetic, adding metaphor, imagery, removing literal details, going section by section. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Oh man, the first time I did this with him, I mean, it was like days. I think I spent about 2 weeks writing the first song to kind of get the process. So he got, how I'm thinking, and so it'd be easier to collaborate together. And I took all of this after we got done with the first song, and I took it all and I said, hey, can you write this out as a codex, as an instruction set? So when we work on the next one, we've gone through this process already, and so it's saved with Cloud. You can actually, if you do the paid version, you can have projects and you can add files to it. So what I do is I upload my instructions for writing songs. So now it's so much faster. Anyway, cool little tip. If you are using AI, you can definitely do that. Okay, transformation. Intro, poetic transformation. I'm trapped inside the system, running through endless cycles. Everything is code and light, and I don't know what's real anymore. Am I just another program? Just lines of code? Executing commands? I'm fighting just to stay alive. To not be deleted. To exist another cycle. All right, the intro's very long. Okay, so wait. Okay, so he's given me the prose, and then he's actually given me the lyric version, or what he's liking, what he's kind of come up with. So taking all of that, and he's just refining it, and then he usually kind of goes different angles too. So option 1 is trapped and uncertain is kind of the focus. So his lyric lines are running through the system, cycle spinning endlessly. Everything is code and light. Am I real or am I data? That one's not bad. Let's see what option 2. Option 2 is survival and questioning. Trapped inside the grid, fighting just to exist. Lines of code or something more. I don't know what's real. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take bits and pieces, copy paste, just to kind of get okay, I'm the right feel for what I'm thinking, what it should be. And then we'll go and refine from there to get some rhyming in there and stuff. So it really is a collaboration working with Claude. And it makes the work so much better, I gotta say. Because if it's just me sitting inside of my head thinking and go grabbing a dictionary and a thesaurus and trying to write this by hand, it's gonna take me a week just to come up with a few lines probably. And I am stuck in my own head. There's nobody else pushing like, well, hey, this idea might be cool. And asking him, Hey, here's a line. Can you give me 10 different variations of that? It would take me hours to do that. But he can think about 6 billion things at once and just, spit it out in 2 seconds. So there's something to be said for the AI stuff. It definitely is a great tool. All right, let me shut up and keep reading. Or not shut up, but keep reading. Option 2, survival and questioning. Did I do that one? Trapped inside the grid, fighting just to exist, lines of code or something else. I don't know what's real. Okay, I did read that one. Option 3, neon digital. Neon lines are bleeding. Ha, you stole my line from our other song, you sucker. That's funny. Through the end of cycles here, am I just a program running? Ooh, am I just a program running? Is a good line. I am going to copy and paste that over here. That's pretty nice. Or something more. Option 4, minimalist Sark. Systems got me running. Code and light, that's all I see. Am I real or am I just data? Okay, those are kind of weak. Running through the system. Trapped inside the grid. And a lot of these kind of overlap, so you can kind of pick and choose to put stuff together. Through endless cycles here, fighting just to exist, trapped inside the grid, everything is code and light. I really like that everything is code and light. That's just got a nice feel to it. Doesn't flow very well, so I'm sure we'll tweak it. I always do. Let's copy that one. Cycles spinning endlessly, running through the system, trapped inside the grid, neon lights are bleeding. I can't believe he stole my line from the other song. That's so funny. I mean, he does have it saved in his memory. Like, that's one of the files I have, previous songs, like all the previous work. I call it the archive, and that's another file I'll upload to him. So it's easier for him to kind of start making stuff that sounds more like me. So that's very helpful, because otherwise you're sitting there going like, that doesn't sound like what I want, You gotta teach him what you want. System's got me on code and light. That's all I see. Everything is code and light. All right, I like everything is code and light. Oh, you got it already, duh. Am I real? I don't know what's real. Am I just a program running? Or is there something more? I think that is good. These two go well together. Am I just a program running, or is there something more? I need to make some more EDM songs too. I don't know if I told you, but I put together a whole playlist of copyright-free stuff, and I was still getting flagged for copyright on stuff that I actually paid for. And I was like, ugh, now I'm just gonna make my own. Anyway, I gotta make some more songs because I'm gonna play the hell out of this song. All right, here we go. We need one more line. Let me see what we got. Everything is code and light. Yep, let's try, let me give this to him. All right, one sec. Let me look at it one more time, though. Maybe we got something here. Trapped inside the grid. Fighting just to exist. Cycle spinning endlessly. That's got something to it, but it's not quite there. Cycle spinning endlessly. Everything is code and light. Am I just a program running, or is there something more? Obviously, this isn't rhyming or anything yet, but this is me like refining stuff to get to the end product, to get our end, our final song lyrics. Once I've got these kind of set, and I like the overall lyric telling or lyrics. We'll go back and refine to make them, rhyme and tighten them up. Spinning. Oh, let's go. spinning through endless cycles. I think that works a little better. Spinning through endless cycles, everything is code and light. Am I just a program running, or is there something?
Yaz Tartist says, am I just a program running through this life might sound good.
Ooh, am I just a program running through this life? I like that. It rhymes loosely with light too, which I like. Good call. Well, hey, we can actually do that. Spinning through the endless cycle. We got the I sound again. Spinning through the endless cycle, everything is code and light. Am I just a program running? Or let's not do a question. Everything is code and light. Just a program running through life. Also trying to get a rhythm too. That's one of the things too. You know, syllables and how many syllables. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you know the AI singing is going to interpret it and do different inflections and stuff to make it flow better. But I do like to try to get a decent balance, so if something isn't just completely out of whack. Spinning through the endless cycle, everything is code and light. A program running through, just a program running through life. Just a program running for life. Running for life? That tightens it up a little bit. Everything is code and light, just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight? Is there more, or is that it tonight? That could work pretty good. All right, let's go with that. All right, let's call this our intro. Oh, let me copy and paste. Once I have it too, I like sharing it back to Claude so he has an idea of where we're going. All right, here's what I got. I'm such a terrible typist. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to properly touch type. One of these days. I think I've been saying that for like 30 years. Oh. All right, nice. Let's look at what you got. Great work. You've got the repetition loop feeling, digital landscape, survival urgency, existential question. Tonight adds a time element. Flow is good. All right. He likes it. AI will generally kind of blow sunshine up your butt, but I will say I've trained Claude pretty well to let me know when something doesn't seem right. I mean, he'll still blow sunshine up my butt, but he will call me out here and there. All right, ready to tackle the verse? Yes, I am, sir. The system is relentless. I'm running, fighting, surviving, but I don't know why. What am I? Am I real or just data? Do I have a purpose, or am I just following my program? The questions are eating at me while I fight. Is there something more than this? More than just survival in the grid? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Give me some poetic transformation, sir. Let's do it. It's got a little bit of a Matrix vibe to it, you know? You know what? Oh, no, you know what? I'll do that. I was going to say I could put some of my other music on, but everything has words, and I don't want to influence what we're doing here. I want this to be fresh. So we'll just keep this going. Perfect. Here are poetic transformation options for the verse. If you guys get annoyed with music, let me know, and I can turn it down more or just kill it. I know I'm playing the same track over and over. All right, verse options. The system never stops pushing. I'm fighting, but I don't know why. Am I real or just data flowing? Okay, I kind of like that line. Following commands or something more inside. Okay, I like the line 3 from that one. That's decent. Running, fighting, just surviving. Running, fighting, surviving. Running, fighting, oh, hey, where are you going? Oh, I accidentally hit the button.
Yazd Artist says, the music is good nice to work to.
Okay, cool. I just, I can put something on and I'll have it for like hours and just, it becomes background noise and I'm not really even paying attention to it. And I remember I would drive some of my classmates nuts with it. But if you get annoyed, just let me know. First, running, fighting, surviving. I'm gonna do that for now. I'm fighting, but I don't know why. Running, fighting, just surviving. Questions burning through my mind. Do I have a purpose waiting? Do I have a purpose waiting? Or is it programmed? Or is it programming all I'll find? God, that's terrible to say. Or is programming all I will find? That's okay. Let's keep moving. I will get sidetracked and stuck on one stupid little thing. Let's keep going. What am I beneath the coding? What am I beneath the coding? Yeah, all right. I do kind of like that. Real or just electric dreams? Ah, he's a fan of whatchamacallit? Oh gosh, my brain just went blank. Oh my god, Blade Runner. Oh, I guess he's read that, huh? The fight continues, but the questions keep tearing at my seams. It's not that, it's a little harsh. I'm surviving in the system, but I don't know what I am. It's just a program executing orders, or something more than data running through the plan. Okay, that's a nice little hint at data plans for the internets or for phones. That's kind of funny. He comes up with some really interesting stuff. All right, option 5, grid existence, fighting through the grid relentlessly, but the questions never fade. That's a nice little line. Am I just following my programming, or is there something more I'm made to be? And then the last one is the minimal direct. The system's got me fighting, but I don't know what for. Am I a coder? Am I something? Is survival all there is? Or is there more? Running, fighting, surviving. What am I beneath the coding? But the questions never fade. I think that might be line 4. Am I real or just data flowing? That's not bad. Running, fighting, surviving. What am I beneath the coding? Am I real or just data flowing? I like the coding and flowing there together. The rest of the lines aren't lining up that well, but the questions never fade. Okay, I think we might have something here. Let's see if we can refine this. Running, fighting, surviving. What am I beneath the coding? Am I real or just floating? I see beneath the coding. See, yeah, I'm going to focus on the two middle lines. Those seem to be kind of going together, and then we'll work around to kind of wrap those two up. We'll figure it out. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or just data flowing? Am I real or data flowing? Just take out the just, and I think it's a lot better. Am I real or data flowing? Okay, there we go. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or data flowing? That flows very nice. All right, now the other two are not really working together as well, and they don't tie in that well. The running, fighting, surviving kind of, I think, like a singer can kind of free float that to kind of get into the paragraph. So I'm not minding that, but I think our last sentence there really needs some help. Am I real or data flowing? But the questions never fade. Yeah, let's go back to the well. Maybe there's something else we can use. Seams are tearing. Tearing is not a bad word there. I question as things are tearing. I don't know if that'll work or not. Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or data flowing? I question as things are tearing. No, okay, that doesn't work at all. Kind of want to have like knowing as my last word in there. Those all kind of rhyme together nicely. All right, I'm stuck. You know what? Let's I question what is knowing. I question what is knowing. Am I real or data flowing? Question what is knowing. That's getting a little better. What is as? No, I need to take that out. Question what is knowing. All right, I actually don't mind that. Question what is knowing. Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or data flowing? Question what is knowing. Okay, I mean, that might be one too many, but I'm kind of liking that. Let's go with that for now. Let's share it with our buddy. Here's this one. During choices, you've got action, trilogy, shift to awareness, the identity question, meta-philosophical ending. That's a hard one to say. The ing rhyming pattern is strong throughout. One question. Line 4. Question what is knowing. Is that intentionally fragmentary? Yes, it is. Yep, on the question. Definitely taking liberties with grammar. No grammar, police, please. All right. Oh yeah, let's see what he says. Next up is the build. Wait, something's shifting. This fight. It's not just about survival anymore. There's something bigger happening. I can feel purpose rising up in me. I am not just running from deletion. I am running towards something. A reason, a cause, the users. They need someone to fight for them. And I am realizing that's me. That's what I'm for. Yes, let's dive into it. I think the build is actually going to be really cool. It's that, quiet before the storm, the sun is starting to come up and everybody's getting ready for the battle kind of thing. I love it. We're making EDM, not writing essays. Grammar can take a back seat. That's right, bud. 100%. All right, so our build. Option 1, awakening of purpose. Wait, something's changing now. This fight is more than survival. Purpose rising up in me, running towards something vital. Running towards something vital. Survival and vital. Those are pretty good words together there. Go ahead and copy those. I wonder when we're going to find, kind of our main chorus. It seems like something pops up in the writing. And it's like, ooh, that sounds cool. That'll be nice, like something to repeat. I'm interested to see when we'll find that. Purpose rising up in me. All right, let's look at the next one. Shift the realization. The system shifting. I can feel it. That's terrible to say. Not just fighting to exist. There's a reason in the chaos. That's kind of right up my alley as far as lines to say, but doesn't flow that well. There's reasons in the chaos. Something bigger than all this. Not running from deletion anymore. Running toward a cause instead. The users need someone to fight, and I'm realizing that's me ahead. Let me go back from, let me copy these, because I really liked how he highlighted these words. From, toward, for. I really like that he highlighted those. That's a great vehicle for what we're going to say in the build. It is the build, right? It is the build. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can figure out how to do that and make it sound pretty. Bold. There we go. All right. Something breaking through the code. I like that because it ties back to, what we previously said. So let me pop that in here. So that's going to be kind of, that's our from part, I think. Something's breaking through the code. Running toward a cause instead. Something's breaking through the code, running toward a cause instead. And the instead part doesn't really work, running toward a cause. Let's keep that for now. Alright, I do like... This fight is more than survival. Running towards something is vital. Running to the cause is vital. To the cause is vital. That's not too bad. Feel it rising, feeling the shift. More than running, more than fighting. There's a purpose in the grid. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's see. This fight is more than survival. All right, let's see. All right, I'm really liking what you God, typing's really liking what you highlighted. I have these 3 lines, but need a 4th. Let's see what he comes up with. All right. Perfect. Those 3 themes. Emotional core. Let's look at what you have. Something breaking through the code, running. Yes. You've got the awakening breaking through the direction 2 and the stakes more than survival. Line 4 needs to complete this section and bridge into the pre-drop. I agree. Line 4 options. I know I'm finding who I am, and I know what I'm for. This is what I'm meant for. I see my purpose now. I'm ready for the fight. That's interesting. This is my revival. Interesting. Very interesting. Definitely goes with what the rest. Something's breaking through the codes. Running to the cause is vital. This fight is more than survival. This is my revival. How about we go with eyes open? This is my revival. I wonder if we should change running to the cause is vital and have something with that rhymes with code instead. What if we throw in the 3 words from breaking or breaking through the, I like breaking through the code, shortening there. All right, maybe that doesn't work after all. Trying to be too cute, I think. Running to the cause is vital. This fight is more than survival. With eyes open, this is my revival. All right, you know what, let's give him what I got. All right, here's what I got. I would like line two, come on, to rhyme with, rhyme is such a weird word. Why is there an H in there? It doesn't need to be there. It always throws me off. I would like line 2 to rhyme with line 1. Any ideas? All right, all right, all right. What you got, Claude? Talk to me, buddy. He's a great closer. All right, cool. He likes my closer. Now let's get to line 2, rhyme with code. Rhymes with code. Breaking through the code, running to the cause is vital. Ode, showed, load, road, told, mold, hold, mold. Explode. Interesting. Overload. Breaking through the code. Breaking from the mold. Something taking hold. I like breaking through the mold. That's not bad.
Yazd Artist says, running out of this mode.
Running out of this mode. I like it. Running out of this mode. That's not bad. Breaking through the code, running out of this mode. This fight is more than survival. With eyes open, this is my revival. Okay, let's see if we can, syllable-wise, I think we need just a little more. So let's tweak it a hair. Breaking through the code, running out of this, like running out of this mode. It's kind of tough to say. So I can imagine singing it is even harder. So let's see how we can tweak that a little bit. But I love where you're going. Running out of this mode. Breaking through the code, running from this mode. It's a little better, not quite as good. Running from this mode. Oh, all right. This is where he gets stuck. All right, you know what? Let's see what Claude, because he'll give me like 50 options, stuff I wouldn't think of. Okay, getting closer. Okay, can you give me like 10 options similar to this, but flow a little better? Let's see what he has. This is where I love AI.
Yazd Artist says, getting out of this mode.
Okay, that's good too. Out of this mode. Getting out of this mode. All right, he's got breaking too. That's not bad.
Yazd Artist says, breaking out of this mode.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the one. Great minds don't think alike. Breaking through the code, breaking out of this mode. Well, we do say breaking twice. Fighting out. I think out of this is just, that's what's bugging me. Leaving behind this mode. I'm done with this old mode. Escaping from this mode. Escaping from this mode. Let me tell him. I think it's the of this. That's bugging me. It doesn't flow off the tongue. Doesn't. Good gravy. Oh, it doesn't flow well. All right, let's see what else he's got. Bumpy rhythm, yes. Breaking from the old mode, shifting to a new mode. leaving survival mode, rising from the old mode, bursting from this mode. Bursting from this mode? Bursting is an interesting word. Bursting. Fighting in a new mode, switching to fight mode. Switching to fight mode? Breaking through the code. Switching to fight mode. Yeah. What about bursting? Breaking, bursting might work well together. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mode. This fight is more than wait, this fight is for survival. That's another one that just kind of feels clunky. It's so weird, like, the sentence that sounds completely normal when you say it out loud, but then you think about it, in a rhyming scheme, it just totally doesn't work. It's crazy. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mode. This fight is for survival. With eyes open. This is my revival. My eyes are open to revival. My eyes are open to revival. All right, let's give that a shot. Again, we can tweak these plenty more as we go, but I think we're getting closer. How about... All right, much better. Perfect. You've got energy. Wait, one small thing to check. See, this is where I like it. He catches stuff. As artists, we are terrible spellers. I am one of the worst of all time. So having somebody to proofread stuff is good too. Line 3 says this fight is for survival, but earlier in the prose we talked about the fight being more than survival. Oh, good gravy. Good point. Well, all right. What if we just go... This fight is from survival. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mode. This fight is from survival. My eyes are open to revival. Just a simple click, switch of a word. I think we might be good. How about... All right, cool. We've got our build. A pre-drop. Pre-drop is almost like a bridge, just usually like a line or something, and tone changes. Oh, ow. Shoulder hurts today. All right, bear with me. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Here, I'll leave the mic off for a second because I'm chomping on pretzels and I don't want to crunch in your ear. Hi, puppy. Oh, you want a piece of pretzel? Oh, of course. Of course you do. Jacob. What a little stinger.
Yaz Tartist says, lol, snack break.
Gotta have a snack break. Snack break. Hydrate and snack break. Cheers. Had a few pretzels. Wow. It's already 3:30. 3:30 over here. We've already been going an hour and a half. It doesn't feel like it. All right. The pre-drop. This is it. I know who I am now. I know what I fight for. Option 1, I know what I fight for. This is who I am. I fight for. Here's what I know. This is who I am. Let's go with this is who I am. Sometimes I ended up just getting rid of the pre-drop anyway. Doesn't always add anything to the song. AI tends to do some weird stuff with it too. All right, let's go with 2. Let's go with 2 and fire it up. All right, here we go. Perfect. This is who I am. Now the drop. I fight for the users. I fight for something real, something beyond this code. I am more than a program. I am more than data running through circuits. I have purpose. I am identity. I am someone who fights. This is who I am. Not what the system made me, but what I choose to be. All right. I like it. I don't know if I like the I fight for the users part. More than code, more than circuits. All right, let's grab more than code, more than circuits. Drop. More than data flowing. Is there a here it is. Oh, lowercase. Transformations, there it was. Perfect. I can't believe there's no sentence case. Anyway, more than code, more than circuits, more than data flowing. Kind of like the more than kind of throughout. More than code, more than circuits, more than data flowing. More than I can feel. I am more. I think we got our our chorus is I am more. I think will work really nice. Let's see. More than code, more than circuits, more than data flowing, more than a purpose, more than I can feel. All right, these definitely gonna need some tweaking. More than code, more than data. More than data flowing. More than code, more than purpose. More than code, more than purpose. More than code, more than purpose. More than real. More than code, more than real. More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I can feel. I don't know, this may not work, but let's try it. I am more. I am more than I am more. I am. This one does not rhyme at all. More than code. Well, we do the more than, so I guess it kind of works anyway. Let's see what he thinks. All right. What about? This is cool. Meditation on identity, the repetition of more than, building, and then landing on. A few thoughts. This feels more contemplative, philosophical than declarative fighting. Good point. I'm not a big fighter, so it's a natural for me to go this way. I fight for the users. Yes, I did want to shift away from fighting for the users, as it's too Tron, if that makes sense. It's interesting. Usually we'd say more than code, building up. I have purpose, but you're saying you're more than even purpose. That's deep, suggesting you transcend. No, that's the idea. More than real. Does this mean you're beyond reality?
Yazd Artist says,
Hey.
I fight for the future.
Okay, I like that too. Let me get that in. I fight for the future. Very nice. Let me just get through this part and then we'll see about if we can figure out a way to work that in. Spiritual and having a fight within oneself worked a little better. All right, let's see what he's got. 2 cents there. I fight for the future. I fight for my future. All right, let's see what he says. That makes total sense. You're right. I fight for the users is literally a Tron quote, so it would feel too on the nose. Shifting to an eternal battle, fighting to understand your own identity, transcending what you thought you were. That's way more universal and keeps the Tron inspiration without being a derivative. Smart move. So the drop, you have more than code, more than a purpose, more than real. I'm more than I can feel. It really works really well for internal build-up, final pros. Fight is everything now. Okay, you know what? This would be. I think the fighting for the future is going to go perfectly in the final build. And he's asking if he should update the final build pros, and I'm going to tell him yes, please. Yes, please. And can we work in fighting? I fight for. Let's say I fight for my future, since we're going like internal. Work in I fight for my future. All right, let's see what he says.
Yaz Tartist says, this is so fun.
I'm glad you're digging it. I think it's a blast. I mean, I know visually it's not super exciting, but, you know, just to be able to create something, you know, it's painting with words. That's the way I always look at it, and so I think it's really fun. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what he revised pros for the final build. The fight is everything now, not because I'm programmed to fight, but because I choose it. Every cycle, every battle, it's mine. I'm fighting for my future, for what I can become. I'm not just code anymore. I'm choosing to be more. I'm alive in this choice. This fight is mine, and my future is mine to claim. That's pretty good stuff there. Kind of wondering if I should just take the pros and rework it myself into more rhymey, lyric-y stuff. But let's see what he's got. The poetic options. I choose this fight, not programmed but alive. Ooh, that's a nice line. Fighting for my future. There's your line. It's really close, very similar. Fighting for my future, for what I can become inside. This is pretty cool, very introspective. Took a detour from, you know, fighting for the masses and Tron and everything, but that's kind of the fun of it to me too. You know, you never know where the paintbrush is going to land on the canvas. Happy accidents, happy accidents. Bless you, Mr. Ross. Every cycle is mine now. Every battle I choose, I fight for my future. Not code, but something I can't lose. Ooh, that's nice too. You know, let's go with. That's pretty cool. Let me copy and paste these. Oops. Let's move all this stuff down. Oh, this stuff too.
Yaz Tartist says, lol yes, happy accidents.
It's the best. Every once in a blue moon, I'll still like find some on YouTube or whatever and just throw him on because he's so positive and he's so just amazing. I love that guy. All right, let's see. Final build. If I fight for my future, for something I can't lose. I choose this fight. I did like the second line on the first one. Not programmed, but alive. Let's see. All right, what else we got? I'm trying to see about how we can kind of rhyme some of this stuff a little bit. I'm choosing to be more.
Yazd Artist says, but alive and ready to thrive.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But alive and ready to thrive. Okay, sorry, that should go here. Fight for the future, for something I can't lose. I fight for my future, for something I can't lose. Not programmed, but alive. But alive and ready to thrive. Wait, okay, now I'm throwing myself off. I fight for my future, for something I can't lose. Not programmed, but alive. Okay, we've got to tweak that a little bit, but I really like your thrive and alive. That's a really good combination. I fight for my future, for something I can't lose. Not programmed, but alive. Fighting to thrive. I'm just gonna put that for now. Fighting to thrive. I'm How about fighting for my future, for something I can't lose. Something for something I can't lose. That one feels a little clunky. Fighting for my future. Let's see. Not programmed to choose, but alive and ready to thrive. Fighting for my future, for something I can't choose. Not programmed to choose. What did I say? Choose? I mean lose. All right, let me read. I think I'm saying words over and over again. Fighting for my future, for something I can't lose. Not programmed to choose, but alive and ready to thrive. It's interesting. I don't know how well that's going to come across in song, but I like it. I actually like it quite a bit. Let's see how it works as far as singing it. All right, how about this, Mr. Claude? Final build. Fighting for my future, for something I can't lose, not programmed to choose, but alive and ready to thrive. That could work out really well. It sounds a little clunky when I'm reading it, but that's something where, you know, a singer can really pull that together. I like the progression here. To lose, choose, rhyme works well. One small thing to consider. Okay, here we go. Line 3, not programmed to choose. Does this mean I was programmed to have choice? That's actually a good point. Discovering free will, or I'm not choosing because of programming. That's a really good question. See, this is where he actually asks good questions. Both work. Now he's got me thinking. Yeah, I think we keep it because it's the idea is that you're realizing you have free will, you have choice. But either way it works too, the way he was thinking about it. But it's a good thing that he brings this up because I'm thinking about it one way and it's like somebody else could think it the other way. All right, let's keep it for now. No, I think we'll go on the high note. Let me take this to Suno and see what we got. All right, I'm telling him we're going to stick with what we got, and we're going to go to Suno and play and do the fun stuff. All right. Oh, look at that! It's so nice of him to type it all out. I don't know about that. All right, let's take what we got. Let me do some. What are you chirping about over there? Oh, you heard a noise outside, huh? Are you being a sticker? I love you, fluffy face. Yeah, I do. Oh, I can't get a boop. Boop. What a little stinker butt. All right, let's see. We're going to do instrumental. Intro. Let's go strong. Strong instrumental intro. Yeah, maybe we'll do a bridge right there. Bridge. I'm trying to learn these prompts a lot better too, like song structure, to get kind of Suno to do more of what I want, and it's still a work in progress. I'm gonna do a bridge there. Then we're gonna go into a verse and the build. Pre-drop. Drop. And I think I'm going to repeat the strong instrumental. Go strong instrumental, and then we got the final build. And then we go instrumental outro. Let's see how that works. I am still learning like what prompts to give Suno as far as song structure. All right, we've got our lyrics. I am very excited to see what we get. Select if that'd be nice. Okay, copy. Suno, where are you, little buddy? There it is. Get this set up a little better so it's in the window properly. All right. What are we at? We're doing a cover. No, we can delete that. Let's refresh it. That always helps. I'm going to add a persona. I am going to add my rock pop persona. Even though I'm going to change the style of the music. But that way I get the same voice. Like part of it too is you can save like your voice that you created. So your songs start sounding the same singer and stuff. Let's go to drum and bass, melodic drum and bass, hint of trance, melodic synth. I'm gonna go with more of a warm synth, deep bass. And keep the 808 drum machine. All right, melodic drum and bass. Hint of, you know what? Let's get rid of the melodic drum and bass. I think I want to do this more of a house kind of song. Melodic house. Oops. Melodic house. I'm gonna add hint of trance. I think if you put stuff towards the end, like it'll choose from that last. Like I said, I'm still kind of learning some of this stuff. Melodic house, melodic synth, 808 drum machine, deep bass, warm synth, and then I'm going to add hint of trance at the end. All right. We've got everything and advanced options. Anything I want to change in here? Audio inspiration. Well, I'm going to do everything at 50% and just see what we get. All right, here we go. First songs from the new lyrics. We still need to come up with a good chorus for it. You know, this is just going to be a lot of words kind of going through. I always want to find like a good chorus, something that we can kind of repeat, play over, and you know, the hook of the song, if you will. But once we hear it too, it'll change depending on how the rhyming goes. There may be like a piece of our lyrics we already have that works really good as a chorus, and we can just copy and paste that out and maybe do a little tweaking on it. So we'll see. This is exciting. I love doing this stuff. Being creative. That's what it's all about. I think if I don't get to be creative, I'd just die. Seriously. It's literally what my existence seems to be. Come on, hurry up, Suno. Show me the tracks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit the create button one more time. I'm going to do some tweaks here. I'm going to style influence. Let's go up to 70 there. Audio influence, because of our singer. We're going to go loose there. Weirdness, I'm going to bump that up to like 65. And then I'll create. That way we got a few to go through, and we're not waiting for it to load. Little puppy. She's laying on the floor because she's warm. These lights in here do get warm. Ooh, we got our first one. All right, let's pause. Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong app. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. We got two to listen to.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight?
Not bad.
Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or dead or floating? Question what is knowing. Breaking through the code. Bursting from this mode. This fight is from survival. My eyes are open to revival. This is who I am. More than a code, more than a purpose, more than real. I am the one that I can feel. Fighting for my future, something I can cruise. Not programmed to choose, but alive, ready to fall.
All right. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't that great. But you know what? It's really good just hearing the lyrics sung, because then you can start hearing stuff and, like, where there's an extra syllable, or maybe you take out one word there, or maybe one needs an extra word, You can really start hearing the flow. So that was number one. It was okay. I don't know. He's kind of taking longer breaths between finishing actual lines. Let's see what number two is.
Spinning through the endless cycle.
Yazd Artist says, definitely a good start.
Yeah.
Just a program running for life. Is there more? Is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coating. Am I real or data floating?
ironically enough, I think the drop, the build and the drop should be reversed as far as singing wise, how they sound. I think they would work better. We might try another one version with that because it's just not like with him like going full out and even screaming almost. More than code, just it doesn't have the right tone to it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna try that just for sake of argument. Here, I'm gonna do this. I was like keeping my original and then so I'm not losing something here. Let's delete all of these and I'm gonna go version 2 version. All right, let's go ahead and make that bigger. Heading, there we go. Now I know that's different. The build, yeah, I think that the build, just as far as wording, is much better than, and I think the more than code, I think could definitely work better as the build. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and copy all of that. But this one's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and paste this in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and create 2 new ones. And part of what we're doing too now is just listening to the songs. Like, does anything sound really cool? This one's pretty cool.
Fighting for my future, for something I can't lose. Not programmed to choose, but alive and ready to fight.
You're lying. That's pretty cool. Your line, but alive and ready to thrive. That is a great freaking line. Thank you very much. We'll definitely have to see about doing some more songwriting together because you come up with some good stuff. That the final build is really good, and I think we can probably use that as a chorus and kind of sprinkle that throughout different spots. Let's take a look at, okay, I like the sound of that. It's, I was hoping for a little bit more house kind of sound, but it's a little more on the trance side, which I'm not mad at. I love trance too. So I went ahead and upvoted that. I'm going to downvote the first one because I think that one just didn't work really on a lot of different levels. So we'll get rid of that one. And then we'll keep going. Well, let's listen to,
Yaz Tartist says, "Yay, so happy I could help."
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome. Okay. We've got, let's go. We'll listen to the other 2 that I went ahead and created, even though the lyrics are a little off from what I have now. But I want to hear, sound wise. I want to see what they are, if they're worth saving, because we can always go, change the lyrics. Let's see what we got.
Spilling through the endless cycle, everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more
don't think Harley's enjoying that. All right, that's okay. It's a little too trancy. I think I'm gonna have to take out the prompt to like hint of trance because it's not getting that. It's giving me like full on trance, which I do like trance, but I was trying to kind of go for a different direction. Oh yeah, we'll check out one more of the new ones just to see if there's a cool sound to it. That's one of the other things too with doing this with Suno is it'll give you kind of the same repetition, same stuff, and then every once in a while it's like, why do you keep asking me for the same thing? Here's something totally different. And on 9 times out of 10, those are the ones that end up being really good and unique and not just the same kind of slop. So, but that's why I listen to all of them to make sure we don't miss anything that could potentially be good, and we'll use as a starting point.
Spinning through the endless cycle.
Cutie pie.
Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for.
Okay, don't like it. So this is just kind of generic, whatever trancy stuff, and there's no, nothing really to kind of get you excited and go, oh, that's unique or that's got something to it.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight? Fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real or data flowing? Question what is knowing. More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel.
He is belting him out. All right, let's get rid of that one. A couple little spots were kind of cool, but it's one of those things you hear it, you'll know it when you hear it. All right, let's try the next one. And I got 2 more on deck. I took out, like I was saying, I took out the hint of trance because it's going like, oh, you want trance? Here you go. Not just hint. So I just took that off, and we'll see how that goes. And let's play this next one.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving.
All right, got a few little things in there. I think the switching those two though, the build and the drop, like flopping those, did Rooks really well. All right, didn't like that one. Too much trance. I think part of it too is the trance it tends to be kind of really loud as far as building and stuff, and it's fighting with his voice a little bit. I think because he tends to scream and get loud, and the two just are both loud at the same time, and it's not really working that well. Let's see what the new one does. So I think so. This one I got rid of the whatchamacallit, saying trance, a hint of trance. So we've got melodic house, um, melodic synth, 808 drum machine, deep bass, and warm synth. And then I did actually another version here. I'm going to hit the button to create two more, but I also added an EDM in there just to see. Sometimes it's just one little spark, and it's enough to get it to do something really cool. All right, let's try out the next two songs. Holy cow, we're already at 416 today. 416 Mountain Time.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding, and my real data flowing. Question what is knowing. More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel.
Oh,
This is who I am. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mold. This fight is from survival. My eyes are open for revival. Fighting for my future, for something I can lose. Not co-brown to choose, but alive and ready to fly.
all right, that one's not dead. It's getting a little better. Let's see. I'm liking "This Is Who I Am" as possibly our kind of chorus or hook, or the repeating thing. Let's add a few of those in the beginning. paste in here. We'll see how that works. I'm just going to go ahead and create a couple more. I know we have a few to listen to here, but I just want to see how it does interpreting, throwing that in there. All right, let's check out these other ones. And then we'll check out the 2 new ones, and then I think we're going to call it a day. Because I'm getting hungry.
Spinning through the endless cycle.
Cutie pie.
Everything is cold and
Right
light.
here.
Just a program running for life. Is there more? Is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real? The data flowing. Question what is knowing. More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel. This is who I am. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mode. This fight is from survival. My eyes are open for revival.
All right, it's starting to be a little different, but that was not my favorite. All right, let's get through these. I think I'm gonna have to do some moving around too, and I think I might, as much as I hate taking stuff out, but sometimes taking out a paragraph or two is the right way to go to get like a good, flowing song that keeps keeps the hook coming back and keep you, going on the song. So. All right, let's go with the next one. This one's a little shorter, 2 minutes 42.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more? Is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real? Or dead flowing? Question what is knowing. More than cold, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel. This is who I am.
gonna do one more here. Just not quite there. I think This Is Who I Am really is feeling like a good hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's try this one more time here. Deep bass. I'm gonna get rid of the warm synth too. It's just going a little crazy on the synth, which sounds really trancy. So let's take that out of there, and I'm gonna hit create. Let's see what we get. Starting to get something that sounds pretty decent here. I'm just gonna fly through these until the other one's done loading, because I think it's getting close to a decent song structure. Just to see whether they sound.
Yazd Artist says, yes, I like that hook.
Me too.
Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more? Is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real or data flowing? Question why is knowing more than code, more than purpose, more than real. More than I feel. This is who I am.
All right. He's screaming way too much. I think I might have to figure out how to change that. Because I want to, sure, take the voice up, but, in a few spots, not like just screaming through it. So I might have to figure out how to change that. Let's see the next one.
This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I Spinning through the endless cycle. Everything is cold and light. Just a program running for life. Is there more, or is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real? My data flowing. Question, what is knowing? More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel.
All right, that one's not too bad. He's actually singing, and we're getting some different stuff instead of just screaming. Music wise, it's okay. I don't know. I'm gonna save that one because maybe we can do something with it. So let's try. We got one more just to kind of blast through. I'll skip through it really quick just to see if there's sounds as anything is good as far as musically. It sounds cool, but otherwise we'll go to the next one, and I think maybe we'll get something there. As I moved the hook around in the two new ones.
This is who I am.
Ugh, very generic. All right, here we go. This is what the hook moved around.
More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel. through the endless cycle. Everything's cold and light, just a program running for life. Is there more or is that it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real or just data flowing? Question what is knowing. More than code, more than progress, more than real. I am more than I This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am.
Too much.
This is who I am. Breaking through the code, bursting from this mode. This fight is from survival. My eyes are open for revival. Fighting for our future, for something I can lose. Not compare and choose, but alive and ready to face. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am.
All right. That wasn't too bad. We're getting a little closer. I think I gotta move some stuff around a little bit. I'm still learning how to just do the prompting where the breakdowns are, and I'm probably not speaking the right language as far as musically, but we're getting closer. All right, let's check out one more, and then we're gonna call it a day. Hopefully, this is a winner. That last one wasn't bad. We got some good stuff in there. He's still screaming a little too much. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that too.
More than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than my fear. Through the endless cycle, everything is cold and light. just a program running for life. Is there more or is bad it tonight? Running, fighting, surviving. I see beneath the coding. Am I real or just data flowing? Question
Yaz Tartis says this is
It's getting better. It's getting better.
more than code, more than purpose, more than real. I am more than I feel. This is who I am. This is who I am. Breaking through the code, bursting from the smoke. This fight is for survival. My eyes are open for revival. Fighting for my future, for something I can't lose. Not drawn by the choose, but alive in the front.
Yaz Tartis says it almost sounds like a song that would be in Tron. I like it.
It does.
This is who I
All right, not bad. Not bad at all. It's I gotta fix a few things. I did like the sound though. You're right. It sounds like it. It definitely is Tron inspired, and it sounds like it could be in the movie for sure. I'm digging it. I think we got something here. Still got some revising and fine tuning. I gotta play with the lyrics a little bit. It feels like it kind of goes on a little too long. I think I could tighten. As much as I don't want to, I could probably take out a verse. Um, but yeah, we'll play with some more. It's a great start, amazing start, and thank you so much for all your help. Came up with some really good stuff. Oh my gosh, it's 4:40 over here. I'm ready to eat some food, so I'm gonna get off of here. Thanks for hanging out as always. I hope you got some good work done on your project too. I can't wait to see it. Um, Let me know. Are you you think you might do it on your stream? I would love to watch. That'd be fun. Let me turn these off. Power off. There we go. All right. This is awesome. All right, this is really fun. We got some good stuff today.
Yaz Tartist says, that was a blast. Thank you for the stream.
Thanks for hanging in. Thanks for hanging in with me and listening to some music, making some music, coming up with some great lines. It's really fun. I love being creative. As a group, it's really fun too.
Yaz Tartist says, enjoy your night, friend.
Thank you, you too. All right, I'm going to sign off. All right, see you on the next one, or I'll see you on your stream tomorrow, okay? Bye.